We have seen the creation of the product backlog, the CIPSA sprint backlog, and the individual team sprint backlogs. Now we are going to have a live demonstration using the MS Project software tool, or MS Project Agile software tool to be specific. Here we are in the Gantt chart view. I am going to go to the sprint planning board view. So for that I will go to sprint tools, the sprints tab, views group. Under that I am going to select sprint planning board view. Now as you can see in the sprint planning board view, we have work items associated with multiple teams spread across multiple sprints. For example, this one is with respect to team A. This work item is with respect to team B. This one is with respect to team C. Here as you can see, this is for sprint 1 and team A. Here it is for sprint 2 and team B. Here it is for sprint 3 and team C. Next we are going to go to the sprint planning sheet view. So for that I am going to go to the planning drop down, and sprint planning sheet view I am going to choose. Here as you can see, we have the CIPSA sprint 1 planning. It may not be clearly visible, so I am going to have a closer look. So now we have the CIPSA sprint 1 planning followed with the team A sprint 1 planning, then the team A related work items. Similarly, we will have team B related work items. Now to have more clarity with respect to the segregation of work items and the teams, I am going to apply a grouping. So for that I will go to the view tab, the data group. Under that I am going to choose the team group visualization. Now we have all these work items associated with the CIPSA team. Then these are the items for team A. Then below that we have team B related work items. Then we have team C related work items. After all, we have 3 Scrum teams. Another view that will be frequently used will be the Gantt chart view. So I am going to go to the task tab and choose the Gantt chart view. Here too, as you can see, the first item or the line item is the CIPSA sprint 1 planning, and it is associated with all teams or the CIPSA team. Again, I am going to take a closer look here. So first one is the CIPSA sprint 1 planning. Now you will be thinking, how about other CIPSA team related items? So for that I am going to scroll down, and here we have the CIPSA related work items. Again, taking a closer look, you can see we have the CIPSA daily scrum, then we have the CIPSA sprint retrospective, CIPSA's review as well, and these are all associated with sprint 1 and all teams. That means here we can say these items that we have from here to here, all these items will be associated with the CIPSA team. Now you will be thinking, how about the individual team sprint backlogs? Now the individual team sprint backlog will be available just below the CIPSA sprint 1 planning. After the planning is done, we will go for individual team planning. So that means here we have the team A sprint 1 planning, then we have team A, the feature item broken down to individual tasks, then we have the daily scrum, then we have team A sprint 1 retrospective. In other words, you can say from here to here we have the team A sprint backlog. Then how about team B sprint backlog? The sprint backlog for team B will be from here to here again. So I'll take this one and I'll say this is from here to here. We have the team B sprint backlog. Similarly, we have the team C sprint backlog. In other words, you can say that if I am choosing these items, so I'll scroll and select all these items. So till here we have the CIPSA sprint backlog. The entire CIPSA sprint backlog consisting of the individual team backlogs as well as the line items with respect to the entire CIPSA team. However, from here to here we have the team A sprint 1 backlog. From here to here we have the team B sprint 1 backlog. Similarly, from here to here we have the team C sprint backlog. However, the other backlog items with respect to the product backlog, those items are available towards the bottom part of this plan. So we have the product backlog, the CIPSA sprint backlog, and the individual team sprint backlogs. Was it difficult to understand? I believe it is not. And that is the power of the CIPSA framework. You can definitely scale multiple teams. You can scale multiple teams. You can have multiple CIPSA sprint backlogs. You can have individual team sprint backlogs. And above all, this is hands-on and practical. The CIPSA framework uses the practical software tool of MS Project Agile. Conceptually, it can be used in any other software tool which is claiming to be using the scaled Agile features. I believe with this video, you have much more clarity with respect to the preparation of the product backlog, the CIPSA sprint backlog, and the individual team sprint backlogs.